Hey everybody, Mama Bear Mel here. So, I know it's been a little bit since my last video. However, I've had some personal things happen within our family that we needed to take care of, mainly our 14-year-old. He needs a little bit of extra help, so we're offering that and we're getting him the help that he needs. And we are hoping it makes a difference in his life and helps bring him back to basically the loving and courageous and confident child, or young adult rather, that he's always been his entire life. So with that said, I did want to go ahead and go over some of the charts, or basically one, because we don't have our rules up yet. We are still working on those. I didn't want to use a lot of no's or don'ts, which you don't want to do with rules, because anytime you use such negativity, even with rules, it can actually cause them not to want to participate or not want to follow those particular rules. So we are working on those. I'm going to show you our chore chart that I made and that the kids have been doing for about a little over a week now. So they've got them down packed and the routine of it down packed. So now that we have found that it actually does work for our family, I wanted to go ahead and share that. So here we go. Okay, so this right here is where our rules will be. As you can see, the lines, they're not written yet. Like I said, we're still trying to hash all those out. The kids know the basic rules, like make sure your bed's made in the morning, and do your chores, and try to be nice and civil to each other without fighting. And if you do have a disagreement, we will be using our conflict resolution rules, which I will show you those in a moment. This is our job chart that we've been using for about a week and a half. As you can see right here, I wrote down all the steps for each one of the rooms that need to be done. What they do, or these are their chores on top of keeping their bedrooms clean and their beds made, and basically picking up after themselves. I used Velcro because every evening or every night when they go to bed, everything gets moved over to do. And then when they are done with the chore, I check the chore, make sure it's finished, and then I give them the go ahead, and they just kind of move it from to do over to done. These are our extras. These are just little chores that kind of don't fit in with the rooms, but they do, but they don't. Basically take out trash. That's taking out the kitchen trash, the big trash, out to the dumpster, because we live in an apartment complex that has a dumpster. Patio bucket is basically like the trash bucket that's outside on our patio. Usually it ends up getting filled with things like popsicle wrappers, stuff like that. So I mean, it's a little one, but we just call it the bucket because it's easier than calling it the trash. Patio and front porch, what that basically means is sweeping and picking up, making sure everything's cleaned up on our patio. And then we have like a little area outside our front door that I don't make them like go down the sidewalk or anything, because it's a shared sidewalk, but basically our area right outside our front door gets swept. Small trash, that usually goes with Vincent, but today it was Tyler. That's basically like the small trash cans in their rooms, under the desk, and in each of the bathrooms. Those get emptied into a larger bag and then put in front of the front door, and the person who's taking out the trash grabs that bag as well. Sweep walkways, that's basically like, as you can see, like we have a hallway here, and then it kind of goes all the way across. Don't mind the mess, we're going through toys. That's basically the walkways. It's part of the house that's not any part of like the living room or the dining room or the kitchen. And then set table, right now that's on Vincent. He doesn't get the dishes out of the cupboard. However, he will get them from the counter, and one of the taller kids will get them down for him. And he sets the table, sets the silverware out, the cups out, the bowls out, all that. I believe in teaching kids the proper way of setting a table, because that will be a skill they will need later in life. These have been put back up for tomorrow. These can either change weekly or daily, depending on what exactly needs done. We also have the walk dog and feed and water dog. We don't have our dog yet. We won't have our dog until March. But I wanted to go ahead and make those, so I wasn't making extra cards
months away. So we just kind of keep those down there. And then when we do have the dog, those go over in as extra as well. When they finish this chore, I go ahead and check it, and since the to-dos and the dones are for these ones, what'll happen is these will be taken off and then just simply put down here. And then like I said, later that evening, I'll decide who does what, and I'll put it beside their name for them. And that's our charts and our rule area. And then let me go ahead and show you our conflict resolution. So our conflict resolution is actually strategies for conflict resolution. I got this from a great counselor at one of my kids' schools. They're not really rules, they're just kind of strategies we can use. When you have a large family, you kind of need a way of working through issues and problems so that there isn't a lot of fighting or disrespect. So this kind of helps the kids learn skills that they're actually going to need when they are adults. I have to use these at work all the time, and I know they will too, but I'm going to leave this up here just a little bit longer in case you want to write a couple of them down. We have 5 children that live in the house. We have 7 children altogether. This has really helped with disagreements and arguments, especially when the older ones are annoyed or being bothered by the younger ones, rather than getting angry and, the yelling and the screaming that really doesn't help anything. This allows them to learn how to handle those feelings of annoyance, but it also allows the younger one to kind of learn how to express any frustrations he may have. He's 7 and he already uses part of these, so it will actually help even the youngest of children. Okay, so that's basically our chart with our rules. When we hash out all like the rules of the home, because I mean every home has rules, but you don't always have them written down. But I think having them written down and in a spot where they can actually see it every day, it almost becomes like they just know it without even looking. That and say they break a rule and they're like, well, I didn't know, and I can just point it's right there on the wall, about it. It just really helps. Oh, thank goodness that thing shut off. It's so loud. So that's my video for tonight. I have a lot to do this week. I am actually finally in math class and out of my history class. So I'm trying to finish that in a week. It is possible if you go through, all the units and everything and learn all this stuff. But as old as I am, I pretty much remember quite a bit from high school. So I'm hoping to get through with that this week. And then next week, I want to do a quick video on some more of our rules. Hopefully I'll have them on the wall by then, and then some of the consequences of not following them. So have a great night. Bye.